What is up, YouTube? I'm antsy. I leave for Florida this weekend, and I just gotta know if this thing's gonna turn over. I haven't even went and grabbed the breaker bar to try and hit it with the breaker bar and see if it'll roll. I'm just gonna go straight for it. I'm gonna go grab a battery, throw it in here, see if anything catches on fire when we hit the key, see if the starter's any good. We can also listen to see maybe if the fuel pump will run. If it does, I mean, that's a good sign. I doubt there's any gas in it, and we know the throttle body's froze up. It probably won't start. I really just want to see if it'll turn over. So, let's get to it. So, we've got our battery with the go handle. You know, it's kind of nice. So does this one. So, we're gonna go ahead and throw this in here. I lost the bolt. Ah! Got it. So anyway, I know some of you guys probably think, what is the point of trying to make this thing run and blow it up? Well, I'll tell you, I'll give you a couple reasons. Reason number one, I need this thing to be able to turn over to get the flywheel bolts out, because I need the torque converter with the transmission for my Jeep. Let's see, reason number two, I think it's cool. I don't see anything wrong with that. That's all I can come up with right now, but I'll let you know if I got something else later. I'm sure I can find another excuse as to why I bought this. Reason number three, I don't know why, but there's just something about things that have sat and aged in the weather that should never work right again. Something about those things that I just like to see working. That everything deserves another shot for one last breath. So that's a good start. We do have power getting into the truck, and I did hear the fuel pump kick on. Didn't sound happy. Probably nothing in the tank, and if there is, it's probably a bunch of garbage. Let's see what happens. We got a door buzzer. Fuel pump primed up and shut off. Blower motor appears to be working. Let's see what happens. It tried. We lost power though. Let's get this connection fixed. We might have a bad ground. This thing's pretty crusty, so. Ah, right there. Our happy wire is not so happy. Another thing, I've been thinking of more excuses. That's why I bought this. And you see, I can save a lot of money here, because I need a lot of little things for the small block I got in the garage going in the Jeep. Harmonic balancer, that's one. You can save, what, 80 bucks, 100 bucks, something like that. Flywheel, I don't think this is gonna work. I think the 88 to 99 flywheel, I think the center bore is smaller, and I have 70s to 80s block, and it's got a bigger crank snub, so I don't think that's gonna work. But that's not a problem, because I think I have one of those laying around. Actually, my brother's truck. They're putting a Manuel in that, so I'll be able to use his old one. Flex plate, I'm sorry. Flywheel is for Manuels. Flex plates for Audiomatics. Let's try again. throttle it back, try and give the starter another running start at bumping this thing over. I think it did turn over a little bit. We should probably go ahead and strip this off before we make a mess. Take out my good battery. Red hoses. Let's see. Oh, nope. So I've got a couple different flavors here. I've got Craftsman. That is Backyards Mechanics Snap-on right there. And we got the good old, let's see, what is this? Performance Tool. I think that was from Harbor Freight. I used to have a whole set of these, just like I used to have a whole set of screwdrivers. They just walk off. Come on. Nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and find something to lay down on the ground and crawl under there and see if I can find a access hole or something I can on the flywheel. So be right back. This is the best thing I can find to lay down on. This is the trim for the rear hatch on my Jeep. I was gonna put it on and then it ended up getting ran over, broken. So it's got a new purpose. Ow! That didn't feel good. It's still got the dust cover on it. Ain't that something? The starter looks brand new. That's another excuse as to why I bought this. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to show you guys this. I didn't see an access port under there. It's got a big dust cover, 700 R4s and 406Ds. I think they both have that. It's got a big dust shield. It's like 4 bolts you gotta take off, and 2 long steel rods that go from the motor mounts down to that dust cover. So that's fantastic. Those actually are supposed to help strengthen the whole system up, but I never used them pre-88, so I ain't gonna now. Did find some interesting parts down there. Somebody's done gone in and added appears to be a drop kit for the front differential. Looks like it dropped it about 2 inches. It's nice and pretty red. It's got all brand new bushings in it, so that's interesting. Kind of curious to find out what gears are in this. I'm gonna guess 342s. That seems to be what came in most of these. But being sport, it could have 373s in it, which that'd be pretty cool. Might be something my brother would actually be interested in if he could find a rear axle with 373s. But we need to find another way to turn this unit over. Am I turning that the right way? Quit. No, I'm just kidding. I was almost defeated by a bearing race at work today, and I sure was upset about it. But I was gonna let the next guys deal with it, but so and so and yada yada, and hey, we got the parts for you, so I had to do it anyway. Oh, I am determined. You know, I'm feeling pretty disappointed in myself, being that I've pretty much grown up around these engines. It never really occurred to me which way it spins. Now, let's see. The distributor turns that way. Which means the cam spins that way. It turns down. Yeah, so it does go this way. It runs counterclockwise. So I'm trying to turn it clockwise. Counterclockwise. Oh no! We broke the belt. Hurt my leg. There's a wasp again. You know, let's just hit the key again. I can dream, okay? It's making freaky noises. Volts gauge is showing that we ain't got no voltage. Also, the heater control box isn't lit up like it was the first time, so we're gonna shake some stuff around. Connection is rough. And bang, nothing. Alright, so it is likely that the starter is not working properly, so I'm gonna go ahead and get down there and zap myself a couple times, see if that does anything. PT, nothing. So maybe we got a bad ground. I'm gonna show you the shortcut to that. Did I mention that there's wasp out when it's sprinkling? Side post, man, let me tell you, if there's one thing I hate in this world more than anything, it is side post batteries. Alright. Ground. Ground. Scratch it up real good. Let's see if we got any more voltage. Scat pack. So the heater control box came on now. Let's try and zap again. I ain't even got spark between the hot wire and the frame, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix this connection up a little bit. Yeah, I'll do that at least. It's getting dark, we're losing daylight, so I'll do that real quick and see if we get any good outcome. Go ahead and bring in and show you what we're working with here. That, I'm hoping that is the issue. So we're gonna go ahead and strip this back, clean this up a little bit, stick him back in here, tighten it up, slam it on. We got a little bit of time left. Let's see if we can get this done. I've only tapped it on there and the fuel pump sounded much healthier. So I'm getting excited. I'm also getting disappointed it's starting to rain. Alright. Take 3, 4, I don't know. Let's start it. Or try. Let's turn it over. I'm starting to wonder if we got a case of dead battery. Alright. Try one more thing real quick. See what that does on the key. So it does appear we got a case of dead battery. The vehicle I'm jumping off of right now doesn't have a belt on it. There's no point in running it. I am getting a volts gauge now. I'm getting about 9 volts. So I guess it is dead. Simple things. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the Danger Ranger down here and see if it'll do anything. Starting to run out of parking blocks and parking AC compressors. Go under there. watch right there on the tip of that electrode. See that gap between this strap and there? Watch between there. We're gonna see if this thing sparks, and if it does, there's a good chance this thing might run. All right, so this is going great. I just got a wild hair and decided I'm gonna go mess with this thing today, and I'm glad I did, because this is what I was not expecting this at all. What did we get? What did we accomplish and learn today? Number one, always check your connections, and that is like the one step you should always do that always gets looked over the first 5 times you go through your list, and you know that mental list you have. Number 2, we learned this has got some sort of aftermarket differential drop. I'm going to show you guys that in a second. Number 3, I don't know how many years they ran the fuel block-off plate for a fuel pump on an older style motor, but this does have a block-off plate, and I know we got a harmonic balancer for the small block for the Jeep. We got a good starter for the small block for the Jeep. It might be good. There's no telling how long it'll actually last, but it looks fairly new. We got sparks, so we got a good ignition system. Lightning, so we got a good lightning system. I'm just so excited right now, guys. The volts gauge is working. The oil pressure gauge jumps when you flick the key, cycle the key. You know, I'm curious. Let's see. So we got voltage. Fuel gauge says we are out of gas. What a surprise. Oil pressure gauge. Didn't see anything build. That could be because when the key is cycled, it's not gonna relay power. There could be some stuff up there unplugged also. So this differential drop I was talking about, see? Got a brand new bushing there. It's got some sort of like bracket. I don't think that is factory. It could be, I could be wrong. I have no idea. It could just be an OEM part that was painted. I don't know. The fuel pump block off plate. This guy right here. So on the older engine, there would be the mechanical fuel pump right here, and the cam has a rod and a lobe on it that pushes that pump, and it's got a diaphragm in it, and that's what pumps fuel up on the older carbureted engine. Being that this is not, or what did I say, 89, I believe, that could just be leftover block that they would have used. So I don't know. There's a chance that the flywheel is an older style flywheel that will work on an older style block, but there's also a chance that the crank was made afterward, or I don't know. It could be. I don't know, guys. I don't. I mean, you guys probably know as much as I do. I am super pumped about this. Stay tuned. This is good. I mean, we got spark, we got crank. I mean, about all there is left to do is to either try and free that throttle body up that is extremely froze. I mean, that thing is like a brick. I don't think it's ever going to work again. So we can either try and get that freed up. I don't think it's going to work. Or we can go grab another one, throw it on there with a freaking cereal box gasket, and see if this thing fires. In the next video, we'll probably check and see if we have any fuel pressure up here at the throttle body. And if we do, I mean, we're set. As long as the valves are doing what the valves do, you know, up and down, I think it's gonna run. So stick with it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, set notifications to all so you guys can see when I post. That's all I have for you tonight. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.